The Witch's Bedtime Tale. The fascination of the eerie, weird, blood-chilling tales told by old Nancy, Witch of Salem, and Satan, her wise black cat. They are waiting for you now.
Yes, Sir Satan. It's that time again. Time to draw up to the fire and douse the lights so as to set the right mood for a story. Before I begin, I'll let our visitors know it's my birthday today. And I'm a firm believer a person is only as old as they feel. And old Nancy is feeling young today. Yes, sir, I'm feeling no more than 140-year-old.
Meow.
Well, if you knew my real age, then 140 would sound plenty young. If you haven't got them lights turned low yet, then do it. And then draw up to the fire and gaze into the embers. Gaze into them deep. And soon we will be in the northern part of Germany, in the rugged Harz Mountains. That's where our story takes place, and it's called The White Wolf. The White Wolf.
It's a wolf! A wolf! Don't let it get me! It's a wolf! A wolf! There, boy, there! Don't be frightened. It is only our neighbor's dog baying at the moon. Go to sleep. You are safe here with my husband and me. Where are you, my good wife? Here, the boy's trying to sleep. What news of his father? Peace to his soul. He was raving mad by the time I got him to the hospital. It was a brain fever. How is the boy? Poor little lad. He walked all the way from the Harz Mountains, and he's only 11. He was starved. He ate his supper as if he'd never seen food. There is tragedy back of all this, good wife. When the boy stopped on me on the road and asked for help, there was terror in his eyes. It's a wolf! Help me! Help me! Quiet, boy! Quiet! Nothing to fear. You are safe here, by the sea. There are no wolves here. Just lie quietly, boy. I want to talk to you. Yes, sir. By what name are you called? Herman. Herman Kranz. Well, Herman, I'm afraid I have some bad news for you. My father is dead. Yes. That is not bad news. I thank heaven. What? Why? Because my father is free of the evil one and his curse. Now there is only me. I must go. I must hurry. I must get away from the forest and the mountains. Lie back, child. Wait a bit. There are no mountains or forest here, only a calm sea. What do you fear, Herman? Let me sit beside you. Don't be afraid. You kissed me. Is that so strange? It is very strange. You're kind and good, and yet you're a woman. Poor motherless little one. Here, It might help you lose some of your fears if you told us something about yourself. You were born in the Harz Mountains? No, mein Herr. We lived in Hungary, on the estate of a great noble. My father was steward. And what about your mother? Why, she ran away when we were very small. My brother Caesar said it was because of her that my father killed his noble lord. Oh, I see. Now go on with your tale. Father took all the money we owned and put us in the sleigh. We drove fast and far until we were out of Hungary. Then we bought a cottage among the tall firs deep in the Harz Mountains, and there we grew up. Your brother and you? And our little sister Marcella. We loved her very much. Weren't you very lonely? While the winters were long and dark, Father went hunting every day, but shut us indoors for safety from the wolves. He also forbade us to light the fire, so we used to creep under heaps of bearskins to stay warm, and we talked of the happy time when the snow would melt, the leaves burst out, the birds sing again, and we could go outdoors and play in the garden. What a sad life for children! No, not sad. We were happy with each other there, us three, until— yes, Herman, until— the howl of a wolf. Father had come from his hunting and kindled the fire, and we were sitting around it, when suddenly a wolf howled close under the window. My father seized his gun, looked to the priming, and ran out, shutting the door behind him. We waited hours. It was nearly midnight when my brother Caesar went to the door. I've heard no report of a gun. Father must have chased the wolf a long way. Or else—
Oh no!
Father's all right, Marcella. I'll look out and see if he's coming.
Take care, Caesar. The wolves may be close, and we cannot kill them.
I'll be careful. I see nothing but moonlight and snow. Come in, Caesar. Father will come when he can.
I'm hungry.
We have had no supper, but we will be punished if we do not wait.
Father will be glad we have food ready. Let's cook it for him and ourselves.
Very well. I'll get down some venison. But Marcella, can you dress it?
Surely, haven't I often helped Father? Get the iron pot, Herman.
There, I've cut off lots of slices. Now, put the fat in the pot. Oh, be careful of the fire, little sister. Look out the window, Herman. Someone's coming. It's Father, and there's a man with him, leading a horse. Yes, and there's a lady in the saddle. See how the moon shines on her white face and that lovely flaxen hair?
I'm frightened.
Why, sister, darling, she's beautiful. Hola! Hola! Open! Open the door! We have guests! Enter, good sir. I have little to offer, but you and your daughter are welcome. Friend Hunter, 'tis good fortune for us that you were out so late. We had ridden far in fear of our lives.
And we would have died of cold and hunger in those mountains had you not heard our horn and saved us.
Come, mistress, seat yourself by the fire.
The warmth is pleasant.
And the smell of food is pleasanter still. You have young cooks here, mein Herr. Yes, these are my children, Caesar, Herman, and Marcella. Welcome, sir. We have supper all ready, Father. Before I eat, I must put up my horse. Oh, I will take care of him.
let me go with you.
Oh, you needn't trouble. But if you like, come along. I have a shed outside.
What fine boys you are. Come close to me. Good strong arm. Sturdy shoulder. Why do you tremble, lad?
You are so white and shiny.
There's no reason to fear me.
You're a stranger.
I'm not strange. We should be friends. Where's the little girl?
She's afraid. I think she's hidden herself in bed.
Gone to bed without any supper? She must have been a bad little girl.
She's not bad, lady. No, she's good.
You say that you were lured away by a large white wolf that howled at this very window.
Yes, I saw it about 30 yards off. The animal retreated slowly, and I followed. I didn't like to fire until I was sure I had a good shot.
A white wolf? Of course you were anxious to shoot such a very rare animal.
The wolf would lead me far behind and then start and snarl defiance at me, then start off at speed again as I neared it. It led me further and further up the mountain to an open space in the forest. There it stopped and growled. I raised my gun to shoot, and suddenly the wolf disappeared.
Disappeared? How strange.
I thought the moonlight on the snow was playing me some trick, but no, she was gone. That's when I heard your horn.
The creature passed us, just as we came out of the woods and into that glade.
I nearly shot it myself, but since she later led you to our rescue, I'm glad I let the wolf escape.
Father, that open glade is the home of the evil ones.
Evil ones? What does the boy mean?
Oh, superstition has its strange and wicked beings haunt these mountains.
Oh, I must hear more of these legends. Evil spirits interest me.
I confess, I was glad to see you are mortals.
My daughter Christine and I are just creatures of flesh and blood.
Yes, I assure you, I am only a woman of very human appetites. And right now, I have a great desire for sleep.
My father made room for all of us, and we crept into our beds, but we couldn't sleep. Father and the strange hunter sat up all night before the fire, drinking and talking. Our ears were ready to catch the slightest whisper. You say you come from Hungary?
Even so, mein Herr, I served a noble house, but my master was cruel. It ended with me giving him a few inches of my hunting knife, so we fled for our lives.
Why, we are countrymen then, and brothers of misfortune. I, too, have fled from my life.
Your name, man?
Krantz.
I've heard your story. I am your kinsman, Wilfred of Bornsdorf.
Well then, a toast to welcome you, cousin. You and your daughter must stay here as long as you choose. So the huntsman and his daughter Christine stayed on in the cottage. The two men hunted each day, and Christine stayed with us and did the household duties. Father was becoming very attentive to Christine. They would often sit up at night, talking in low tones before the fire. Then several weeks later, we learned that Father had asked Christine to marry him.
You take my child Krantz, and my blessing with her.
I will duly value her, but there is no priest in this wild country.
Well, there must be some ceremony between you to satisfy her father, no? Will you both consent that I marry you after my own fashion?
I will.
I will.
And then take her by the hand and swear.
I swear.
I swear by the spirits of the Harz Mountains.
Nay, why not by heaven?
Because it is not my humor. Surely you will not thwart me.
Yes, but why I swear on that which I do not believe?
Father, no, please don't marry her.
Be still, Marcella.
This is scarcely any affair of yours, child.
Very well. You will be married, or I shall take my daughter away with me.
Proceed.
Very wise. Here is the oath, writ out on this parchment. Read it and swear.
By all the spirits of the Harz Mountains, I take Christine for my wedded wife. I will ever cherish and love her. My hand will never be raised to harm her, and if I fail in this, my vow, may all the vengeance of the spirits fall upon me and upon my children. May they perish by the vulture or by the beasts of the forest. Why, this is horrible. I can't.
Swear! Swear!
All of this I swear.
Father! Father!
Such strange behavior from your children on our wedding night.
Stop crying, Marcella. I'm sorry, Christine.
Never mind, my dear husband. I'm not angry. But from now on, the children are my concern. They shall obey me, and I shall love the little darlings.
The next morning, Wilfred the hunter mounted his horse and rode away. Things went on as they had before the marriage, except Christine showed us no kindness now. She often struck us, and took special pleasure in ill-treating Marcella. One night my little sister shook us as we slept.
Wake up, brother. Wake up, Herman.
What's the matter, Marcella?
She's gone out.
Gone out?
Yes, in her night clothes. I saw her get out of bed. Then she looked at father to make sure he was asleep. Then she went out the door.
A wolf? She'll be torn to pieces.
Oh no, as much as I hate her, that would be too horrible.
What could have made her go out undressed in the deep snow? She's strange.
She's dreadful. Her eyes flash fire when she looks at me. Her teeth are like animals.
She certainly eats queerly. Have you noticed? She doesn't like to sit at the table. While getting supper, I've seen her tear at a piece of meat that wasn't even cooked.
Shh! There she is in the firelight.
She's in her white night-dress. She's washing her face and hands in the water pail. Father hasn't even waked up.
Shh! She's going back to bed.
We may as well go back to sleep now, but we'll watch again tomorrow night. The next night, and every night, our stepmother rose from bed and left the cottage, and every night the wolf howled under the window. And always, on her return, Christine washed herself, crept back to bed, and always my father slept soundly. Well, the time came when my brother could stand it no longer.
Caesar, why have you come to bed all fully dressed?
I'm going to find out about these midnight walks. You'll tell father? Not until I know where she goes and what it is she does.
Caesar, you don't mean that you're...
Yes, tonight I'm going to follow her.
No, Caesar, please don't. Please don't. I'm afraid.
I know you're brave, but I wish you wouldn't go, brother. I'm going now. There's no use talking.
Shh! She's getting up now.
Quiet, you two. There, she goes to the door. Be careful, Caesar. Be careful.
It took Father's gun. I'm so frightened.
So am I. I'm shaking all over.
I wonder how long we will have to wait.
A shot.
Father will surely wake and find out about her.
No, listen. He's still asleep.
Someone is coming. Oh, I hope.
It's not Caesar. It's Christine. Look at her. Marcella, her dress is all covered in blood.
Now what's she doing?
What? Who's there? Christine?
Lie still, dear. It's only me. I'm just relighting the fire to warm some water.
Hurry back, Christine. You should be asleep this time of night. We watched our stepmother change her linen and burn the garments. Her leg was bleeding. She bandaged it and sat before the fire. But where was Caesar? And how did Christine get the wounding blast from the gun? Trembling in our bed, we waited until dawn. Father awoke. Father? What is it, Herman? Father, where is my brother Caesar? What do you mean, son? He went out in the night. Marcella and I waited for him, but he's not come back.
Merciful heaven! I was restless last night, and I thought I heard someone lift the latch. Dear me, husband, what has become of your gun?
My gun! Great heaven, it's gone! Caesar took it. Herman, get me my broadaxe. I'm going to find Caesar.
Oh, why did Caesar go out? What has happened to him?
Quiet it. Your crying won't help. Here comes your father now.
Father's carrying.
Caesar! He's torn to pieces!
Clear the table. There, the body of my oldest son. Caesar. Caesar.
Quiet, children. Husband, close the door. Husband, your boy must have taken your gun to shoot a wolf. The animal must have been too powerful for him. Poor boy.
At that terrible moment, I wanted to tell Father all we knew, but Marcella held my arm and looked so imploringly at me I kept silent. She and I were sure that she had some connection to our brother's death. Father dug a grave and piled stones on it, and for days we just sat and stared at the fire and mourned for Caesar. Our stepmother's wanderings continued. One day Father again took down his gun to go hunting, but soon returned. Would you believe it, Christine? The wolves, perdition to the whole breed, have dug up the body of my poor boy. There is nothing left of him but bones.
Indeed. Then you will have to build a new grave.
A wolf howls under our window every night. What? Why did you not tell me? Wake me the next time you hear it. I will get that wolf.
Have you not yet learned it is safest to leave the woods alone?
Why, Christine, your eyes are wild, and you're almost snarling at me.
But I am so afraid for you, my dear husband.
We never heard a wolf howl under our window again. When at last spring came, and I helped my father with our small farm, Marcella was always with us, for we couldn't bear to have her out of our sight. Our stepmother stopped going out on her nightly rambles. One day she came up to us and said she was going to collect some herbs father wanted, and that Marcella must go to the cottage to wash for dinner. Well, Marcella obeyed, and I saw our stepmother disappear into the woods in the opposite direction, and felt no danger for my little sister. But about an hour later, she's by herself. Run, Herman, run! Great heaven, the white wolf! Coming out of our house. Kill it, father. I have no gun. We're too late. It's gone. Oh, oh my little Marcella. The wolf has hurt her terribly. She's bleeding, father. She's dying. Marcella, Marcella, my darling, speak to me.
White wolf.
What's wrong? Oh, the poor child. It must have been that great white wolf that passed just now. I'm frightened, Michael. She's quite dead. Oh, my poor husband. How horrible.
We dug a grave for my darling little sister and did everything we could to protect it against wolves. I was alone now, so awfully alone, but no longer afraid of my stepmother. My heart was full of hate and revenge. That very night I saw Christine get up and go out of the cottage. I dressed quickly and half opened the door. The moon was very bright, and I could see Marcella's grave. But I saw something else, something so terrible that my heart turned cold and I ran to wake my father. Father, father, get up, get dressed, hurry! Huh? What? The wolves again? I'll be right there, get my gun. I have it, father, come. Herman, stop! Who is that crouching on Marcella's grave? Huh? Christine? Yes, in her white night-dress. She's digging with her hands. She's throwing the stones behind her. Her face is as cruel as a wild beast. She's destroying Marcella's grave. Your gun! Shoot, father, shoot! Yes, pray that my hand hold steady. Heaven forgive me. I have killed my beautiful Christine. No, no, look, father. The body on Marcella's grave. The body you killed is not my stepmother. It's not Christine. No, no, it's the white wolf. The white wolf that lured me into the forest. The white wolf that killed my children. Oh, I see it all now, my oath to the spirits of the Harz Mountains. By all the spirits of the Harz Mountains, I take Christine for my wedded wife. I will ever cherish and love her. My hand will never be raised to harm her, and if I fail in this my vow, may all the vengeance of the spirits fall upon me and upon my children. May they perish by the vulture or by the beasts of the forest.
Poor fool mortal who wed a werewolf. Your beautiful Christine, a werewolf. A werewolf.
Stop, demon, stop, I shall go mad. Come, my son, my little Herman, you at least may escape this awful curse. We must flee for our lives, away from the evil forest, to the sea. There you will be safe. You will be safe. I must get away. The wolves, the wolves are coming. I have to go. Save me. Help me.
Quite the tale, wasn't it? Might sound a little far-fetched, but men fall for the wrong woman every day. Not too often do they turn out to be a werewolf.
Meow.
Ha! You're right. That's 2 werewolf tales we've told now, and both times the shaggy beast was a woman. Don't worry, Nun. Old Nancy has dozens more werewolf stories, and I'm sure in some of them the afflicted lycanthropes are men. Lycanthropes is a fancy word for werewolves. Oh my, look at the hour. You all have a fine night and come back again to hear another pretty yarn with Satan and me.
Meow. Tonight's script, adapted from the work of Frederick Marryat, and originally aired on the Weird Circle radio series. Our cast tonight include Sheena MacDonald, Amber Moyer, and Kevin Rimney. Based on The Witch's Tale by Alonzo Dean Cole. Copyright 2016, Kevin Rimney Productions.